Alright guys, welcome back to the Adam Show. After the weekend I used my Tower Jungle Ghost to battle against Dave's Cadian Astra Militarum, and I lost the game by about 3 points. It was a really close battle, but as always, whenever I win, lose or draw on a battle, I like to go back to the drawing board and have a look at some different things and try out some different things. So here's the list that I use, but with some changes. So as you can probably see if you watch the battle report, I'm dropping the Riptide. I've also dropped the Broadside. I've still kept the army as the Tower Sept, so we'll keep this as Long Strike, because Long Strike absolutely, like, he couldn't have asked for more of him out of battle. Every time he hit a tank, he did massive damage. I really think I like the what's he call it? This gun. It'll come to me in a second. The rail gun, that's it. That does good. And he's got the smart missiles on him as well, which just give him plenty of DACA. So he's just an all-rounder. Was really good. This guy, he usually dies early on, but he usually takes his points back. So I'm going to keep him in the battle. And he gives me great board control. As again, flamers on him. And the big fusion collider gives me the, I can smoke tanks with him, and then I can chase around infantry who really don't like this guy, because I give him the advanced targeting system. So his big fusion collider becomes AP5. I know that sounds overkill, but it just makes sure tanks aren't getting a save. And then it makes his two little flamers have AP1, which is really nice. So just when you're cooking Marines and stuff like that, you're making their armor saves a little bit worse than what they would be, and also he can jump out of combat and continue to shoot. So they were two of the things I really thought were great in the list. The Fire Warriors, I'm looking to add more Fire Warriors overall. I would go for 60. I'm just in the phase of painting them up. I'm probably going to do one more with the pulse rifles and one more with the breaches, but for now this will do. Pathfinder's good. These three units will stay because they're pretty much stars as well. They've got anti-tank, anti-infantry, 2 wings apiece now, toughness 4, they've got the fly keyword, and they're -1 to hit. And they, with this big guy, give you massive board control. You can push your enemy as far back as you want. They can't deep strike in and assault. Even if they do manage to assault, you shoot the crap out of them because you're hitting on 5-ups on Overwatch. Then you jump away and shoot again in your turn. It's a beautiful thing. Alright. Now here's the big changes that we've made to the list. So, we put a commander in. This is my main commander I use. He's got 4 missile pods. He'll be the Warlord. He'll have 3 Unity Devastation and the Pure Tide Engram chip. So he'll be farming command points, smashing out 8 missiles a turn at range 36. Strength 7 AP1 will be AP2 on 6s to wound, which is nice because it just means that a 6 wounds anything in the game and you get the extra AP, and it's D3 damage a pop. Gives him some range. He pretty much stays behind these Fire Warriors, makes his way forward and just fires off missiles. Now, leading, so he'll be the leader of my 1st battalion, which is 2nd in charge. I'll keep this guy. The Fireblade was good because when anything got close. Range 15, giving the extra shot means 10-man units are firing 30 shots. And that happened a few times in the battle, which was nice. So he's staying in. I've given Darkstrider a drop because he's kind of good, but not good. He's very situational. So instead, he's been replaced by the big commander. And then to lead my 3 stealth teams, which will be the Vanguard Detachment, 3 elite choices. We brought this guy in. He's my drop-down 4 Fusion Blaster. I've converted him up a little bit. He's got the stealth thing because he's the leader of these 3 stealth teams. Just to make it a bit fluffy, he's just got the 4 melter. So in dropping the big Riptide and the Broadside, I needed to replace some anti-tank. This guy should do just fine. That's all he's armed with, same as the other commander. I don't believe in giving him anything but guns, guns and guns. The reason you take him is to take advantage of that 2-up hitting. You drop down with that, whatever you aim it at will be nuked. It's just a simple fact. I've used it before. Makes people cry. Now, the next thing I've added is a 12-man unit of drones, which is pulse carbines. So those 12 will drop down with this commander, pepper something, so that gives me, when he drops down, some anti-tank. These guys will drop down with him and maybe pick on a unit. We'll also bubble wrap him a little bit, maybe give him a little bit more survivability. And yeah, just generally help out throughout the battle. So overall, by doing this too, I've brought the army to 10 command points, because I've got a battalion with 2 HQs. Then I've got a vanguard, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and another HQ, which gives me my second commander. And then we've got 3 fast attack, 1, 2, 3, and then we've got the big guy. So I am running 4 HQs, which you wouldn't normally do in an army because it's a bit overkill. But the tower commanders and fire blades and long strike are your best shooting in your army, so it makes sense to do so if you can. So as I said again, these guys will be running as the tower because I enjoyed that. After this match, I'm going to try some new tactics. I want to try out Sarsia because I think getting a free reroll each unit is good. They also get +1 to their leadership, and they've got a cool stratagem which drops marker light on a unit, and then any unit within 6 also drops a marker light. So you just get a really good spread of marker lights with that reroll 1 to hit. And I eventually want to get around to trying the Borkhan as well, just because I'm running a lot of things that would gain advantage from the extra range. The only issue I have with Borkhan is their stratagem makes no sense to me because it lets you reroll a weapon that's multiple hits. But that makes no sense because you can just do that anyway, just with a reroll. So I get, yeah, maybe you could use 2 rerolls. I don't know. If you're running a lot of it, yeah. And their relic, yeah, I don't know. If you like your plasma. I am thinking of running a commander with all plasma just because it's really cheap. And it'll pump out a lot of shots. Might be funny for a laugh. But at this point in time, that's how the list is going to work. So we've got plenty of firepower. I've got a lot more boots on the ground now. I think I have a lot more board control as well because these guys pushing forward, and this guy gave me massive board control last turn, and then being able to drop this in with these guys, he's just going to push the enemy further back again, leaving these guys to roam around with their ranged guns and things like this guy sit back. He was out of range of 48 inch most of the last match. That's what you can do due to board control. So any heavy weapon was unable to hit him. Alright guys, I'll wrap that up there. Just wanted to show you the next list I'm going to be trying out, and hope you've enjoyed it. If you got any feedback or there's any videos you'd like to make, just let me know. And thanks again for all the support and getting plenty of views and subscribers, and I appreciate that, guys. Alright, I'll get back to you. Have a good one.